scrappy friends, I have a Christmas layout for you today, and I am going to be using a combination of my new hip kit and some other papers from my stash, primarily from the Wonder Collection, but there is a Dear Lizzy paper and some other stuff from my stash. But right now I am using this gold sequin trim thing that I had in my stash from a kit of something. I don't even remember. I've had it for a while. But I thought that that would be really fun to kind of look like it's kind of moving across the bottom of the layout. And I just rolled the tape on the paper because I tried to do it on the sequins and it was really, really difficult. And I could have just did the whole thing in glossy accents, but I thought that the glue would be a little bit not as messy and a little bit easier. And then I just put glossy accents on the edges just so that it would stick completely and those last few sequins wouldn't fall off. Oh yeah, this was from the Pink Paisley Atlas collection. I wanted a gray, like a darker gray, sort of darker gray color as that first layer to mat my photo, just because the photo is really light. It was originally light to begin with, and I think my printer is running out of ink or something, and so yeah. But so now I'm just gonna cut some layers up, and I'm doing this away from my layout because it is still a little wet and I still want to work on it. And sometimes when stuff like glue is still wet, I'll just put the background over to the side and I'll just work on the layers separate. And the only thing that I say when you do that is that you just have to remember that you still have so much space on your layout and to not go crazy. So I'm just going to cut some of these layers, and I am trying to keep them similar in size-ish, but not too big. I think that paper right there, and I want to say I think that's basic gray. I love that with the trees on it. It's so pretty. And it really just says Christmas without being like overly Christmas. It's really cute with the snowflakes and stuff. It's cute. And I know that that green paper is from the Wonder Collection, and that triangle paper is from the Wonder Collection, and I am going to cut that because when I put it on, I realized that I really do want that balance of having it on both sides, but I put it on the top, like I kind of put one side on the top and one side on the bottom, and that just kind of creates a little bit different of an interest, but it still has that flow of it being on both sides. And then that's Dear Lizzy, and I really brought that in for that pop of the color, even though it's a little bit darker than the blue that's on the Pink Fresh Studio paper. It will really just kind of tie in the teals from that basic gray, that paper right there. And I kind of wanted that a little askew, and then at first I thought, oh, I'll stick it right next to that side, and then I don't care for it too much, so I'm going to stick it over there. And I'm thinking that I'll stick my title up above, and I was going to use that chipboard piece Wonder from the Wonder Collection, and I actually had painted it gold, which it took me a long time to do, so I cut that out. And then I decided that I didn't really care for it painted for this layout at least. So I'm going to go with those 7 paper gold letters, and I love that font. It's so Christmassy to me. And I did end up using those green minty tealy ones from the Wonder Collection, the Paper Fresh or the Pink Fresh Studios. Apparently I can't talk tonight. My brain is not translating the words as it's coming out of my mouth. And I think that I heard on one of the other videos that I was watching from one of the Hip Kit girls that that color is exclusive for Hip Kits. It's a beautiful color. It's really, really fun. And then that top is actually a die cut from a die from Pink Fresh Studios that says Cherish. And I like it with the black and white. It just kind of adds a little bit of pop to color, but it almost blends in. And then I'm just picking through the die cuts pack from the Pink Fresh Studio. I had seen that they had a whole bunch of presents, and that was perfect because my son is opening a present, and this was his first Christmas that he remembered. Well, I shouldn't say remember because I don't even know if he really remembers it. But this is his first Christmas that he could really interact. I mean, his first Christmas he was like two or so months old. So it wasn't like he could do anything, but this is the first Christmas that he could open up gifts, and my parents came, and my brother and his girlfriend at the time came, and so it was just really, really exciting for him and the kids, and just that look on his face of opening up this amazing stuffed animal that was fuzzy, and he loves birds. So even as a little baby like this, he just loved birds. So just that look. And my sister-in-law took this picture. She's really good at taking pictures and stuff, and she just got that perfect angle of his face, and I just love that. And so here I'm almost done. This layout took me like no time. This kit is just amazing. And I mean, yes, I added some of my own stuff, but I just feel like it just kind of went so well together, and they're so cute, and they're perfect for adding this whimsy feel, but also making, I don't know, just capturing that essence. And I feel like the Wonder Collection really did that, and it mixed well with the Pink Fresh Studio, and I wouldn't have expected that because I wasn't even expecting to use those collections. So I'm adding some, actually I think I go back and I add some sequins later because I added some of the triangles and stuff, and I didn't care for the placement of the ones near the tree, that wood grain tree near the F for fun. And so I will put gold sequins, and you'll see that. And I do use some of the enamel dots. They're just so cute. Oh yeah, oh here it is. There's the sequins. I forgot that I used the ones from the pack, and they had the glue dots on them. So, and then some enamel dots. And then I'm just going to write the date on there, and I will add some journaling and some gold Heidi Swap. And you'll see that in the close-ups. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you guys have a great weekend. I will talk to you guys later. Bye!